What's up, guys?
Hi, guys.
I'm Erica.
I'm Harley.
And this is the Erica and
Harley
Harley Show.
Welcome back to our channel, the Erica and Harley Show.
It's been a while.
It's been super long. I think we are going to start this video off by talking about the pandemic that's been going on. Some have been affected, like mentally, emotionally, or whatever. We're going to talk about our side. Who to go ahead and start?
I just recently was affected by it because I was able to work for a certain period of time, and then like I think it's been 2 weeks ago now that I took a voluntary layoff. But there was reasons behind why I did take the voluntary layoff. Like I know this virus has caused a lot of stress, whatever. But it's affected me on a personal level, and it's affected me kind of like on a financial level. Not really on a financial level, because I'm still able to make my bills and stuff. It's just I've kind of got set back, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't go do things that I normally would be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I did take a voluntary layoff. I didn't have to, but I did take one. But that was because a few weeks ago my grandfather passed away. And dealing with death in itself is a very hard thing to do. But dealing with death in the middle of a storm is just
it's different.
It's different, and it's chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, we were able to have our immediate family and stuff at the funeral, but it's a very different thing because I was able to. Yes, I was able to grieve with my family. But that whole thing of not being able to have my close friends there.
Yeah.
I think that's what really wrecked me, because there was people there that I needed there that I wasn't able to have there because of this whole virus.
Right.
And so I've kind of been struggling with that perspective of it, and not being able to see the certain people that I've wanted to be able to see.
Of course.
And kind of needed for this, I guess.
Right.
But as far as the job, I voluntarily took it because with my grandpa passing away, I decided to take the time off to kind of be with my family and kind of take a break from my own mental.
And I like that you did that because again, it gives you clarity. It gives you more time to adjust to certain the feeling, grief wise. And that's a good thing.
I think what was so hard with it was because we went out to the house one day because they called the family out and said he's got 2 weeks,
right,
if that. Well, the next morning he passed away, and then the day after that we buried him.
Right. So
it was just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have time to kind of process everything going on, because it was, this happened, now this is going to happen, and then kind of the aftermath of it.
Right.
And so I've been struggling with that part of it a lot, because now it's kind of all
sinking in.
It's sinking in, it's kind of hidden, and then, so there's been...
Yeah, I understand too, because taking the 3 days off and then going back to work, you kind of just kind of go back to normal. Yeah. But also grieving over it kind of helps you in the long run,
Yeah.
So, when we were talking about you taking that time, I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that's kind of been my whole experience, or I guess I want to call it an experience, but kind of how it's affected me, but it hasn't really affected me.
Right.
In a way. It's affected me with, a death in the family. But, he didn't die from this. But my grandfather passed away of prostate cancer. He battled it for 19 years. And not very many people I know have battled cancer for 19 years.
Yeah.
But he's where he wants to be.
Yeah.
And I know he's having a party, fishing or something
Hey,
up there.
doing what
Like
Jesus wanted.
Like my spirit's at peace with everything,
Of
at
course.
peace with knowing where he's at, but like my flesh is still struggling with it.
Of course.
But I mean, I know I have my closest friends, and my family around, and it makes it easier. But I mean, it's still
Right.
kind of a hard thing to deal with.
It is, and with me with this pandemic, I kind of, when it first all started, it wasn't really affecting me because I still had my job because at that time, like, we were busy enough to keep going. But then when we started slowing down, and of course, I'm gonna put this so that I work at a hotel, but the thing is that now that we've been so slow, layoff was effective because it would have been better for me. I was going in for one day, only working like an hour. So for me, that's kind of what it affected with the pandemic. Nobody's asked for this. So therefore, I was fighting a while to figure out how I'm going to do bills. Luckily, got things situated. And now, moving on to the next month. Still haven't been able to work. I think I've been off of work almost a month and a half maybe. Officially, like without going like once away or whatever, it's been like a month. Not only that, I try to keep myself busy. Sometimes it's not that easy. Been painting, been doing a lot of artwork and stuff, but other than that, like I try to go outside, try to enjoy the fresh air while I can.
Yeah.
My sanity is being stuck in the house is getting there, but other than that, it's been good. I get to see my family now. Since we kind of slowly are opening things back up, I've been able to see.
At this point, there's some stuff slowly kind of starting to open back up, and I mean everybody's now we're talking as like the pandemic in general, not just how it's affected us, but just the whole thing in general.
Yeah.
But I know people's going to have their opinions of when people should open stuff back up and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things that even if they're opening things back up and somebody thinks it's too soon, then just don't go anywhere.
We're
for
also
a while.
yeah. I mean, you're not obligated to leave. I mean, we're still having the pandemic. I think that's what another thing is like, just because things are opening up, if you still want to stay quarantined, like do what you got to do. But my view on it is like we should get back to normalcy. Like, look, my sleep schedule has been.
It's not going to go back.
It's not going to go back to normal, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I would like to go back to work because like my sleep schedule and stuff is like been whacked off. I don't go to sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning and not wake up until like noon, or I'll fall asleep at midnight for an hour and then be back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to like enjoy like the time that I have because I don't get kind of breaks like this.
Yeah, so like I am enjoying it, but like
so I'm able to kind of be able to spend time in the ways that I would like to spend time and kind of do the things that I wouldn't normally have time to do on a regular basis. But as far as like the pandemic in general, we know it's like affected like a lot of people.
It really has.
A lot of businesses, just about pretty much everybody in general, I guess. And like I know with things being shut down, schools being closed, I know there are some situations that being at home is not really the best thing.
Right.
And so we continue to pray for those people,
of course,
whoever they are.
Yep.
That
pray.
However the situation is, that things, like, I don't know how to say it.
I know, like, we're gonna, like, praying is obviously another thing, but also, if you are stuck in the house with kids or, like, you're feeling
well, I'm not talking about, like, that. I'm talking about, like, the people that are in situations that have bad home life.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
That, like, confers,
I didn't really think about that until now.
Because, like, there are some kids, their only meal that they get is in school, or, they have...
I know, like, schools that are, like, dropping off food, too.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing, like, meal boxes. Different places are doing different things and stuff like that, but...
Yeah. And restaurants are doing, like, free meals for, like, kids and stuff.
And then there's also those unfortunate situations where, like, if a kid is getting abused at home, or if, for spouse, spouse, or whatever, it may be, being at home is not always the best thing in some
Right.
cases. And so for those people, whoever they are, wherever they are, we keep them in our prayers.
Yeah.
To end the video, because this is just like kind of like a short
Yeah.
video, just to kind of update you how we are with this virus and kind of how it's affected us. But to end it, we just want to say to all those restaurant workers, to the fast food industry, to people that are working in the fast food, to the grocery workers,
Mm-hmm.
the nurses, the doctors,
Yep.
Anybody that works in a hospital,
Or in public.
or in
doing
doctor's
business,
office,
yeah.
or in doctor's offices, paramedics, firefighters.
Truck drivers.
Yes, truck drivers, anybody that is still working through this and still having to leave their home, leave their families, and risk their health to kind of keep this thing running.
Mm-hmm.
From the bottom of our heart, we more than appreciate you.
Thank you.
We want to thank no matter any essential employee,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, we're all essential. To those that have essential workers that are leaving their houses and family members that are an essential employee, you all are essential as well,
Yeah.
because you are taking care of the ones that are taking care of everybody else.
Yeah.
And so from us to you, we just want to say how appreciative we are, and I think appreciative is an understatement in this scenario. But we keep you in our thoughts and our prayers. We love you. We thank you for everything that you are doing and everything that you are continuing to do through this whole chaos. We will see an end to all this,
We will.
and no matter when it is, whether it be a month from now or a week from now.
Yep.
But
Just keep positive and keep going. That's all we need right now is just the positivity
it
and
is,
focus.
and there is always light at the end of the tunnel.
There is.
And I believe we are close to the end of that tunnel, and we just need to kind of stick together, kind of keep each other lifted up.
We're all dealing with it. Nobody's really
And-
asked about this virus, so we're just all,
Yeah.
we just.
And so, from the two of us to everybody out there, we love you, we thank you, and we're praying for you. You all stay safe. We love everybody. We hope to see you soon. See you guys.